Welcome everyone. This video is on CBSE English for the students of class 12. In this video, an English poem has been discussed and the poem is My Mother at 66 by the poetess Kamala Das. For a perfect understanding of the poem, information about the poet or the poetess is highly necessary. Here, a few points are there on Kamala Das, the poetess. For your information, in CBSE examination, no direct question will be there on the life of Kamala Das. And that is why only a general profile of the poetess is enough. So here is the profile of the poetess Kamala Das. Kamala Das was born in Kerala, and for literary career she had a pen name. Her pen name was Madhavi Kutti. She wrote varieties of literary pieces, confessional poems, stories and novels, and her popular works are A Hot Noon at Malabar, My Grandmother's House, and by the times she was designated the mother of modern English Indian poetry. In fact, Kamala Das was a brilliant poetess. She is no more, she is dead. After having a knowledge about the poetess, let's come to the theme of the poem. What's a theme? Theme is a central point on which the superstructure of the poem is built up. This poem, My Mother at 66, is based on a delicate theme, and the theme is theme of aging, theme of death and mother-child relationship. And a mother is always after a child's well-being. I'm expanding the theme. And a child is always after mother's welfare. All is well if both are fine. An imbalance in the relationship creates a cause for concern in everyone. There is one uniqueness here we shall discover in the poem. What is that uniqueness? The peculiarity is it is a single sentence poem. Poem starts and it ends, the entire poem is a single sentence. For easy understanding, the poem is broken into stanza-like segments. I have broken the poem into segments for easy understanding. Here the poem starts. The first segment, first stanza as it were, consisting of 4 lines. The lines are, driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doze, open-mouthed, her face ashen. In these 4 lines, we have certain words, the meaning of which you should know. Beside is one word, another word is doze, open-mouthed, ashen. Beside means by the side of. Mother was beside the poetess. Mother was dozing. Mother was in a sleepy condition. Open-mouthed mother was. Mouth remained open. And ashen, ashen means looking pale. Here is the annotation of the 4 lines. Annotation means easy mean. The poetess was driving a car and the day was Friday. Poetess was driving the car on Friday from her parents' house. And mother was sitting by the side of the poetess. What was the condition of mother at that time? While the poetess was driving the car, mother was feeling sleepy. She was in a sleepy condition and her mouth was open. And her face was looking pale. Come to second stanza, second 4 lines of the poem. Here, the lines are, her face ashen, like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. These lines have these words, meanings of which you should know. Corpse, realized with pain, as old as she looked. What is corpse? Corpse is a human dead body. An animal dead body is carcass. Realized means felt. With pain means sorrowfully. As old means elderly enough. As 66, one is elderly enough. As she looked means like her appearance, she was there. Simple meaning, annotation is this. Mother's face was looking very pale and it was looking very dry. Such a face was giving a different impression. Mother's face was looking like the face of a dead person, and poetess was very shocked when such a thought hit her mind. Her mother was perhaps dead at the age of 66. Naturally, person is old. In second part of the poem, second 4 lines of the poem, we find a poetic device. What is a poetic device? Here, face of the mother is compared with the face of the dead body. Mother's face is equal to the face of a dead body. This is a good comparison established, and this comparison in literature is known as simile. In these four lines we find there is a simile. Come to the third part of the poem containing three lines. But soon put that thought away and looked out at the young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. This is also a nice stanza. In this particular stanza we find certain words, the meanings of which again we have to be very clear about. Put away, that's a phrase. Sprinting, merry, spilling out. Put away means avoiding. Sprinting means moving backwards. Merry children means happy children. Spilling out means coming out. So these three lines, they give us this easy meaning. She tried to avoid her painful feelings. Poetess was he to that her mother was perhaps dead. To avoid this thought, poetess did certain thing. What did she do? She looked outside, and outside she saw two things in motion. One, trees appeared to be running. Trees were in motion, they were running backwards, sprinting, and the happy children, they were coming out of their houses. Children were also in motion. So, seeing these two things in motion relieved poetess's mind. And in this stanza, we find also another poetic device. Trees, usually they are treated as inanimate objects without life. But if we are saying the trees are running, it means we are assigning life to trees. So we are animating the trees. And that is why here the poetic device is personification. We are assigning life with lifeless objects. Come to the next part of the poem, having four lines. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon. This part of the poem also contains a very meaningful idea. In this part, we have certain words, meanings of which you should know. Security check, a few yards, wan, late winter's moon. Meanings are here. Security check means formal safety measure. At the airport, security checkup that is conducted. A few yards means a short distance away. Wan means sickly looking like a sick person. Late winter's moon means moon without brightness. So what is the notation? What is the easy meaning of this part of the poem? Meaning is this. Poetess reached at the airport, and at the airport security check that was conducted, and at the airport mother's face was also looking very pale. Mother is compared with the dull looking moon at the last part of the winter, and here we find another poetic device, another comparison. Mother's dull face is compared with the dullness of the moon in the later part of winter. So appearance of the mother at the airport is equal to appearance of moon towards the last part of winter. Here, in this comparison we find simile is used. Come to the next part of the poem. And felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear, but all I said was, see you soon, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile. This is the concluding part of the poem in which we find certain expressions. Old familiar ache is one expression. Childhood's fear, another expression. See you soon, Amma. Smile and smile and smile. These expressions, let us try to understand what they really mean. Old familiar ache means painful thought of the past. Childhood's fear, what are the childhood fear in the poetess? Child believes if mother is present, she is alive. If mother is away physically, mother is dead. This is the painful thought that haunts the mind of the child. This was also haunting the mind of the poetess. See you soon, Amma. See you soon means goodbye. Amma means mother. Smile and smile and smile means prolonged smile. What is the meaning of this concluding part of the poem? Here is the annotation, is the meaning. Poetess was very pained realizing physically mother won't be available for the poetess, and this was causing a fear complex in the mind of the poetess. Poetess was reminded of her childhood fear. What was her childhood fear? Mother's physical presence means everything. Mother's absence means mother's death. That was a sort of feeling coming to the poetess's mind, and poetess tried to hide her sorrowful anguish by her artificial smile. With artificial smile, she continued saying, goodbye mother, goodbye Amma, see you again. We find that this smile and smile and smile, these three same word repeated thrice. This is known as repetition. Same word repeated is repetition. Same sound repeated is known as alliteration. With this, the poem comes to an end. This poem leaves a message, impacting message. Mother-child relationship is unique. This is one message coming out of the poem. And this relationship, greatness of mother-child relationship is to be realized by everyone. Such bonding, mother-child bonding, it is to be duly treated. It is a God-gifted relationship. Aging is normal. Everyone will become old, everyone will meet death one day. This is a natural course of life. This is also another message that we find here. So here the poem comes to an end. I am sure it's rightly understood by all of you. CBSE specified sample questions and answers are to follow in the next video. Thank you for watching.